What is going on? I'm just a bull, and today I want to talk about the earnings report from Ocugen. Okay, this is just kind of my reaction to it. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. This is my DD. If you want to look at it the same way I do, you can. If not, you can do your own DD. If we don't agree, that's okay. If you do, give this video a like, a thumbs up, and maybe even subscribe. So, the earnings report on Friday, August 5th. There was not too much about Ocugen itself, the oncology pipeline products, or any really good news about the revenue. But the one highlight in the star of the show was Covaxin. Okay, Shankar Mansunuri, right? Not sure if I'm saying his name right. I hope I am. The CEO. Okay, if you want to take a minute, stop the video, pause it, and read this out. I don't know if you want to look at the whole transcript. I will be posting that link in my description in this video. So right here, I think this is for me one of the key takeaways. Now, it's been said that the mRNA vaccines, they have been causing blood clots and a few of these other scary things, and it has really propelled anti-vaxxers to not get vaccinated, as mRNA vaccines have been a new thing coming out with COVID-19. And so one thing that I want to bring up in this is it kind of talks about how Covaxin is not an mRNA vaccine. Rather, it is much like the polio vaccine, and in which case a lot of people are willing to get the polio vaccine and other vaccines that again are built off the same structure. And Shankar said, providing Covaxin is an option which is built on a traditional platform similar to the polio vaccine, which has an established efficacy and safety record, may benefit many indiscernible unvaccinated individuals and result in significant benefit to the public health. Okay, now this is just basically him saying, look, those people that don't want to get the mRNA vaccines, this is going to be a great opportunity to get people vaccinated so that we can go back to what is, well, normal, as what normal will be in the future after this pandemic and during the pandemic. And, well, this is one more toolkit in our public health to being fully vaccinated or getting people vaccinated on board with it. Because more than likely, a lot of people have had the polio vaccine, and if they know this information, right, which is why the earnings report was so important, not so much about the revenue, but really just letting shareholders know, the stock market know, the economy and the world know what is going on with Covaxin, okay? Now, another key takeaway that I want to put in is right around, well, there's actually a few. One, they are still seeking a BLA with the FDA in the United States. So that is still on the table, okay? Another one is that they're currently, Bharat has gotten Covaxin approved in 16 different countries, right? America is not the only place, but Ocugen is the beneficiary of manufacturing and commercializations of Covaxin in the United States and Canada, which is currently going on as well in Canada. They have their rolling submission going on. Currently right now, again, this link to the whole transcript will be in the description of this video. And right here, this was another key takeaway for me. We had a question on there saying, well, what are your thoughts about emerging variants beyond the Delta? And Shankar went out there and said, we are seeing emerging variants almost every few months, every week probably. So this is going to continue. If you look at the data generated with Covaxin in the clinical trial, as we stated, a majority of the cases were from variants. It showed a solid efficacy overall, 78% inclusion of those variants, and that's very important. All right. So as the COVID-19 happened, Covaxin, there was the Delta variant, there was the A variant and all these other variants, right? There was all these other variants in which Covaxin has already prepared for, right, in their creation of it. And also, you think about it, right? The Delta variant came from India. Covaxin is an Indian vaccine. You put two together and you will probably come to find that Covaxin is effective against the Delta variant, and what scares the markets today. Okay, so let's see here. Again, he says it's important why we have this kind of vaccine, an option in our toolkit, so that you're not looking at every variant by itself, like spike-based vaccines, right? But you have a broad protective vaccine which can work for longer term. Again, there is a lot of great information in this transcript, and really why he decided to put the earnings a week prior was not because of what Ocugen is doing, but just to let the world know what is happening with Covaxin, and that the possibility, right? Again, if you didn't see my last video, it was kind of lengthy, but this is one of the key takeaways from my last video, okay? Megha Prasad said, big breaking, World Health Organization clearance for Covaxin expected after 15th of August. Government sources say all required criteria for clearance has been fulfilled. Okay, who is Megha Prasad? She is a senior editor at the Times Now, a journalist, and she covers the Prime Minister of India's office, okay? So she is going out there, putting her name on the line and saying, look, Covaxin is going to get approved sometime after the 15th of August. And me, I like to look at the options chain, okay? When I think about investing in a company, where are people saying this stock price is going to go up to, and where is it going to go down to? Well, if you go over here and look at this August, right? This August 20th option chain, it's ridiculous. We have $10 strike prices, we have $15 strike prices, and it's not just a little amount. You got about 13,000 and 19, 20,000 right here at the 10,000 one, right? Another 1,600 call options were just bought today. Now, if you didn't catch my last video, Ocugen's history, well, 3 years ago, almost exactly 3 years ago, it was worth $175. It was shorted to oblivion, down 20 cents, right? Hedge funds and institutions made a fortune just shorting the life out of this stock. Well, right here, February 2nd, we've had 2 short squeezes this year already. February 2nd, Bharat Biotech announced the partnership with Ocugen for their Covaxin vaccine to be commercialized in the United States. In a few days, it ran up to about $18 at the height, right? And then it went down, and then another short squeeze happened, right? And this was in preparation for the EUA with the FDA, in which they were denied, and so it went down to $6.13. But in that denial of the EUA for Covaxin, they were recommended to apply for the BLA, which is a full authorization for Covaxin in the United States. Okay, so again, just going back, it talks about that. Shankar talks about that. You know, right around here, he continues to say, "Look, we're still in the talks with the BLA. We are still in the talks with Canada. Things are happening. There's a lot of catalysts, and what I believe is going to happen, okay, a recall of shares is going to happen." Now again, it was shorted from $175 all the way down to 20 cents in the last year. We've had 2 short squeezes, and I think it's time for another short squeeze, with Megha Prasad saying August 15th, guys, after August 15th. Again, no expectations. You don't know what's going to happen. It could be a little bit later. It could be earlier. Who knows? But people are going out there, putting their names on the line, saying this approval is going to happen. Okay. Now, will it run back up to 15? Probably. Will it go higher? I think so, personally. As we've seen Moderna in the last week go up $138, just about, even higher at the height of the day today, reaching $492, right? In 1 week, Moderna has gone that high. In 1 week, BioNTech, Pfizer's, right? They went up over $100 as well. And all this in preparation for the Delta variant, the 4th wave of the pandemic, okay? Now, Ocugen, again, has been shorted to oblivion. It's had 2 short squeezes already. Once the share lenders call back for their shares, once the share lenders ask for a recall of short positions to buy back the shares that they have lent out, what do you think is going to happen to the stock price? That's right, it's going to go up. And when it goes up, we are going to see another short squeeze. It's going to be crazy. If you don't know, Ocugen is one of the most shorted stocks in the stock market today. Again, you can see why, you can see how. And with this partnership with Bharat Biotech, Covaxin, all the catalysts going on around it, you know, They are currently, if you look at the earnings report again, I will direct you there again. They are working on children clinicals. It is the only product, the only COVID-19 vaccine that has been studied in a phase 3 clinical trial in a controlled setting. Now that's very important because it's a controlled setting, not just studied, given out to the general public, right? Like with mRNAs and other vaccines in the United States, where they didn't have a controlled study. They just kind of created the vaccines and said, okay, well, the public can be the study and we'll see how that turns out, right? Covaxin is having a lot of catalysts. It may just be the next Moderna. It may just be the next BioNTech. You know, right now it's at $8. Okay, if you didn't see my last video talking about the analysis of what's been going on with Ocugen and the stock price, you can go ahead and look at that video down below. I also have that my DD in that previous video. It's quite lengthy, but it's all there. Okay, I am excited for Ocugen. I am excited for what's happening in the stock markets. There's a lot of things going on, and I will be posting more in the next videos come. Until then, I'll see you next time.